What is going on, everyone? Welcome to episode 84 of Littleroot Lessons. As always, I'm your host, Carter Noble, joined by our fantastic co-host, Carl Wilkin. Sup, dude?
Not a whole lot. Or back to being remote because you gotta work and you have a hair on your hat, I'm assuming?
I don't know what it was, man. Leave me alone. I just happened to catch something out of the corner of my eye. I'm like, that's going to bother me for the next hour and a half if I don't deal with that now.
We're back to recording remotely, unfortunately. You were having to work on Friday morning, and you're kind of just feeling under the weather in general, so...
Yeah, I know it's all seasonal allergy stuff.
Yeah.
It happens basically every year, and all I did yesterday was sleep. So, I got up this morning. I'm like, all right, I have things I need to get done. I have to power through this today, so we're gonna have to.
Yeah.
But, so if I sound completely awful now, you all know why.
Yeah, prefacing this here, Carter is all nasally, and it's gonna sound terrible most of the time.
And Carl's gonna have to make it sound good in post.
Nope, that's not. I can't fix nasally. I can't fix that.
You can do a lot, but you can't work miracles.
Nope, not a miracle worker.
So what do we got on the docket this week, man?
We got a lot of big news. We talked about our invitational and how it's a big event and all that last week, and the Pokemon Company decided to one-up us and announced that we're getting our Championship Series back in 2022.
To be fair, I'm pretty okay with the Pokemon Company one-upping us, because people kind of miss stuff, man.
I mean, yeah, this is why we haven't had another Players' Cup kind of thing. They've been probably working towards getting this stuff set back up, getting all of these events been booked and whatnot. So for those that haven't been paying attention to anything on Twitter or anything like that regarding this, we are getting our premier events back in 2022. This is anything at like smaller events, larger events, things like that, which they canceled back in March of 2020. So it'll have been 2 full years by the time this all goes back into effect, probably, that Pokemon VGC, TCG events, all of that stuff have just came to a grinding halt.
Yeah, let's see. The last event was March 2020, and I believe... I don't know where I pulled this from, but... Oh, yeah. Let's see. North American Championships based on points earned during the period from when the championships events begin, again through April 24th. So, I'm assuming that means... events here in the U.S. are going to start up sometime in 2022, like April 2022 here.
Yeah. Which we don't have dates for anything yet. We just know the year is 2022, and it's supposed to be early 2022. That's all we actually know.
Yep, that is more than we knew a week ago, and I'm pretty okay with it.
You could talk me into going to the North American Championships if it's somewhere close.
I actually don't know where the last several have been, because, I've never actually qualified.
Yeah. Like, I would go just to experience it, not to actually play. Because, I'm gonna be honest, I am not very good when it comes to VGC anymore. All my time is spent playing Unite, and that's all I do now.
Let's see, the one in 2019 was in Columbus. So that's like a 9-hour drive for us. That's not awful.
That wasn't bad. That's not bad. We went to Cincinnati, and it wasn't bad, and just a couple more hours than that, so.
Let's see. Exact number is 9 hours, yeah.
Nice.
Because so Cincinnati is on the westernmost part.
Yeah,
and Columbus is dang near smack dab in the middle.
In the middle, yeah. I remember that. I remember when we were talking about when we went to Cincinnati for that MTG event. It was just like, this is going to be so long, and if we were to go to this, then it'd be just a little bit extra, and just try to figure out all the math and stuff.
Yeah, it's actually not terrible.
No, that's doable.
That's when it was in 2019. 2018, it was in also Columbus. So There's a non-zero chance that it's in Columbus.
Check 2017. Just start going
It was
back.
in Indiana Convention Center.
Okay, so they tend to pick more central United States locations, it seems.
I mean, so most likely, if I was a betting man, we probably won't get Collinsville because that's usually in like February, March, somewhere in there.
Yeah, we're not getting that one.
So I wonder if they could put the North American championship in St. Louis. Like, hey, Collinsville normally gets an event, but because you all aren't this year, here's the big one instead. Am I asking for too much?
You might be asking for too much there.
Look, I'm greedy, and that's okay.
It would be cool if it was just like right in our backyard. We could just hop, skip, jump across the state and go hang out and play. Which, granted, neither of us are probably going to be able to qualify for that anytime soon.
Probably not. Probably not.
But it'd be fun to just go and experience it. Just go and be a spectator, play in side events or something.
Even just go up for a day, I'd be all right with that.
Make a day trip of it. Would not be bad.
So, looking for the places for, I went to 2016 here. I found a super sweet first place team.
Oh God.
So it's P2. Download P2 with return, Ice Beam, Trick Room, Recover. So having return on it is kind of different, but okay. Electrium Z, Coco. It has Hidden Power, but it doesn't specify which one. So if I was a betting man, it's probably Hidden Power Ice.
Yeah.
Ice or Grass is the most common ones, I would feel like. And with Landers being a non-zero percentage played in this format, I could see it being there.
Hidden Power Ice makes the most sense. Yeah.
Actually, I don't think Landers was legal in this format.
Then I don't know.
Yeah, I don't see a single Landers in Top Cut, so I'm gonna say it wasn't.
No, it's because that Coco ran them all off.
Coco was really good in this format, though. Flynium Z Gyarados.
Okay.
With Dragon Dance, Bounce, Waterfall, Protect. Nothing surprising there. Mago Berry Arcanine. With Flare Blitz, Extreme Speed, Toxic Protect.
When you could do that kind of thing. Yeah, that's cool.
AV Garchomp with Poison Jab. Poison Jab, Fire Fang, Double Stab. Nothing surprising there. And then Aguav Berry, Gluttony, Snorlax. Facade, Recycle, Curse, High Horsepower.
My boy, Snorlax, get him.
Snorlax, Arcanine, Gyarados. Mons that are basically non-existent now.
Yep.
Obviously, Gyarados has definitely picked up in popularity. I'm playing Coco this week on Laddering, so if you haven't checked that out, go check out last week's stuff.
Arcanine was popular in early Series 10.
I almost played Arcanine in a match today against Kaizen.
Yeah.
But
you were playing Series 6?
Series 5.
Series 5.
So instead I'm just nah, I'm gonna play Ensign.
Yeah, just Ensign Horse is better.
So it was fine. It probably was better than Arcanine. It came in and died. So it got an Intimidate off a couple different times, but I don't think it ever actually clicked an attacking move until it died.
Womp womp.
Yeah, it is what it is. Super cool team. I'm getting out of this rabbit hole.
Yeah. So alongside the announcement of Premier Play events coming back in 2022, we got a little bit of news about Pokken Tournament coming back to Worlds in 2022, which is a big thing. There's a whole bunch of stuff about qualifying for that on this announcement. And then the big one is we're getting Pokemon Go as a supported event format for Premier events.
Which is really interesting. So personally, I feel like adding in support for Go, but not Unite is very weird. Seeing how Unite's the brand new, shiny toy that they want to play with, but I also
Unite's
understand
not
that
far enough along. That's the big
that's like the other thing is, Pokemon Go has been out since 2016.
They just had their 5-year anniversary, so yeah.
Okay. I was just chucking out a number and hoping I was right. And so like for it to finally be involved is really interesting. I'm assuming it's just going to be like their PvP.
Yeah.
Bring your 3 Pokemon, smack into each other. Eventually, there's a winner.
Yeah.
Not for me. Not for me.
There's a lot of nuance in these Pokemon Go battle leagues nowadays. There's certain CP restrictions, and there's certain unique things you can do because Pokemon get certain moves, and there's event Pokemon with special moves and things like that. So it'll be interesting to see how they balance that format with bans and restrictions and things like that. Because right now, when I play it just for quests and whatnot and trying to do that stuff, I hate Go battles. I hate Go battles with a passion just because it's everybody else is just miles ahead of me. And I'm just having to play here casually, just try and get these quests done. And I run into Joe Schmo, who's been playing Battle since it's been put out and has a whole bunch of optimal legendaries to run me over with.
So it looks like here, tournaments for Pokemon Go will operate senior and master age divisions and run the Great League format. I believe that's their format with CP cap of 1,500.
That's their 1,500 CP cap, which removes most legends.
I'm gonna do a quick Google search. Go Great League teams. What is good in this format?
A lot of it is just proper typing matchups. So there's unique things that we don't normally see in VGC. I know Marshtomp and Swampert are really, really popular Pokemon. Water types, having your good Fire, Water, Grass, Fairy, Steel, Dragon, whatever cores you can come up with are really, really good. And then sometimes you just can go off on a tangent and just have the weirdest 3-mon team ever.
Alright, so this is a post from DualShockers.com. So take this all with a grain of salt because I've never heard of this website till today. Let's see. Best teams involve Azumarill, Galarian Stunfisk, Abomasnow, Medicham, Swampert, Lickitung, Frostlass, Wishcash, Venusaur, Regirock, Altaria, Machamp, Bastiodon, Meganium, Skarmory, Quagsire, Umbreon, Dugong, Zweilous, Drifblim, Registeel.
Neat.
Oh, okay.
And the cool thing about Go is there's no immunities. Everything deals damage to everything. It's just in different amounts, which is really, really cool.
And there's also no status conditions, so it's not like you got paralyzed from a body slam or something like that.
Yeah, there's still stat changes. You can still drop attack, drop defense. There's no speed either, so it's just how fast can you attack kind of situation.
Well, yes, but no. Certain attacks do attack faster, which is why, specifically here for Azumarill, you want Bubble, because Bubble, its attack is absurdly quick. So you're able to just dish out more damage that much quicker, and as a result, charge your charge attacks better.
That's not speed though. That's just using the correct attacks.
True.
That's what I was saying. Is there's no speed. There's no speed stat. Like when you transfer Pokemon over, you don't have speed stats on Go because your attack isn't turn based. It's how fast can you charge up your attack to use your attack. It's how fast can you click that button.
Looking here, Deoxys defense is legal.
Yep.
There's these XL Pokemon, which I don't know what that is.
I have no clue.
I know what Shadow Pokemon are. That's from the Team Rocket stuff.
Yep.
Which naturally they have a lower CP.
Uh-huh.
But I don't know much past that. There's a whole list of Pokemon here that they recommend and stuff, and I don't know. Sure, sounds great. I don't know.
Looking through the rest of this Pokemon Go announcement here, they'll have events all over and blah blah blah. You can compete in these events, earn prize money, and an invitation to compete at Worlds in London in August. Early access registration is going to be guarded, gatekept essentially. You have to reach Legend rank in Series 9. So you can't register for these events until whatever. I don't know what season we're in.
Give me 2 seconds. I bet I can figure it out. I have no idea what I'm doing. I wonder if currently is season 9. I also have no idea how long their seasons are.
Same.
So, like, I could be looking all this up and it's not even going to be relevant until next year.
Yeah.
Let's see. Ooh, a Totodile.
It looks like you can't even use your own phone. You have to use one of the smart devices provided on site.
I'm assuming that's so you don't have, like, hacked in Pokemon or who knows. I don't know.
Well, what it is you log in to go on that device.
Gotcha. That makes sense.
It's so you don't have any third-party software to help you win your matches.
There you go. That's it.
Which, it's kind of cool, just like thinking about that. It's just like, you're going to walk up to this table and there's going to be 2 smartphones or iPads or whatever they end up using on the table, and you just log in and just go to town that way.
So it looks like currently, it doesn't tell me what season we're in, but it doesn't end for another 53 days. So that's the end of the year?
Yeah.
So I bet this is probably season 9.
Okay.
I don't know. What season is Pokemon Go Great League in? Season 9.
Well, there you
Thanks,
go.
Google.
Why didn't we do that to start?
Look, I thought the game would tell me. It didn't, okay? So don't yell at me like this.
To go with all of this, the Play Pokemon Company updated their COVID-19 requirements for venues and things like that, which there's a whole long list of requirements now. TLDR, if you're not vaccinated, you ain't getting in.
Yeah, simply put, if you're not vaccinated and you want to go play IRL events, go get vaccinated.
Yeah.
And obviously, to take a middle stance here, there are people who are not going to, like, not only are not going to want to, but not going to be able to take it. And I do feel bad for the people who can't take the vaccine for whatever reason, being, immunocompromised or anything like that. But I do feel sorry for those people who, want to play but aren't going to be able to because they're not. But, at the same time, these are the rules. This is the precedent set by the company, and, we have to go with it. So...
the big things that stand out here is the total number of participants. It's 30 individuals indoors, 60 individuals outdoors, not counting event and venue staff. They have to have signs present to talk about COVID symptoms, things about face masks when you're inside at all times. No food and drink is allowed at venues anymore.
Which... that's weird, because, like, I want to bring in a bottle of water. Well, you can't. Sorry, kid. But, I don't know. It is what it is. These are the rules.
They will probably set up spaces for food and stuff like that away from the event.
I would be very surprised if that's not the case.
Because that's where the venues make their money, right? It's selling food and concessions
for sure.
to the players that show up. There's spectators are no longer allowed to stand around like matches and things like that. There'll be a designated spectator area where you can go and watch matches like on the screen or whatever. Like we saw when we were in Collinsville. Like they'd have the stage and there's the screen up there. Well, that'll probably be designated to spectators only, and you'll probably have to.
What that means is you're not going to be able to. I can't come up and watch the end of your match at the end of round 1 because you held the entire tournament up.
Yep. No more of that. No more sitting behind people to watch games and things like that, unless you're a decent amount apart. Like, I think they won't mind if you're like if there's no one else around and you're standing there watching a game from way far back. But you're not gonna be able to just like pull up a seat next to the guy and sit down anymore.
Yeah, according to this, it says each match is to be at least 3 feet apart from other matches, spectators, and other places where people may congregate. So, stand 3 feet back.
Stand
Give people
apart.
Their space.
Social distancing. All that fun stuff. But yeah, it's nice to see that we're getting some semblance of normality back. Even though I think the U.S. is nowhere near on track to get anything close to what they're expecting us to do.
Yeah. Well, you take the good with the bad. The good is we're getting events back. The bad is the world is still on fire outside, and
everything is fine.
It's fine if you don't think about it.
Exactly. Speaking of events or places can have them, they updated their list of casual event locations. So things that do like leagues, pre-releases, and non-championship points tournaments. Australia and New Zealand have been on this list for a very, very, very long time.
Yeah, they've been on there for a while. I remember when they announced it, it was a big deal for them. So,
and now they've added Chile, Czech Republic, Denmark, France, Malta, and Uruguay to that list of available locations for events, things like that. Which that's just saying that, hey, these are premier Pokemon events that you can now schedule and held at venues and things like that.
Which I think this is what initially sparked conversation about this on the Discord was this list got published and they're like, I think you and I think Moko were talking about it. They're like, I really wish that the U.S. could have events back. And we're like, well, world's still on fire. It'll get there eventually, maybe.
Yeah. I'm holding every bated breath here is just like, I'm expecting them to rescind North America real quick if we don't get our stuff together when it comes to COVID. I just don't see anything happening positively on that front for a while still.
Yeah, unfortunately, man. It is what it is, but obviously I would like things to be able to, I would like to be able to be like, hey, there's an event going on this weekend. Why don't we do something? But
yeah, and that's not saying you can't hold like grassroots events, which a lot of places are doing right now. But it's just more of you can't have premier Pokemon events because they're not hosting them.
Yeah, unfortunately, but I am excited to get IRL events back when they do. Obviously, my job says I'm not going to be able to travel a lot on the weekends, but who knows? My position might change in the next year. Who knows? I might be on a Monday through Friday route between now and then. Do I expect it? No, but it's something that could happen.
My wife's changing jobs, so she'll be home on weekends now, which is really, really cool.
That is awesome. I can't stress that enough. I'm really excited for her.
The one downside is, it was never a problem before, but now her days off are going to be Saturday, Sunday, and she'll be home on Thursdays at 5, which we normally would do our Thursday friend dinner, whatever nonsense, on Thursdays afternoons. She'll still be home in time for all that.
Yeah, exactly. Tiff works till 5 or 6 anyway, so
yeah,
we're not getting up there till 6:37. So it gives her a little bit of time to get home and relax before we come in and intrude on you all.
Yeah. And I've always been super duper flexible at work. Like, they just give me whatever. If I ask for a day off, they can usually get it for me. So
that is one thing I miss about my old job, was being like, hey, can I have this weekend off? Yeah, sure, okay. Whereas now it's like, hey, can I have this weekend off? Well, do you have personal days for it? No.
Maybe. I don't know. Your system's weird.
I know, like, my vacation days for this year, I have 2 days. But because I haven't been there long enough to be able to take them as, I think at 8 years, you're there long enough where you get 3 weeks of vacation, and you can use 1 week as, like, extra personal days. But I'm not at that level, so as a result, I have 2 days, and I can't use them as personal days, even though they are, like, vacation time. Yeah, because it's really weird, man. Like, I would like to be able to just be like, hey, can I take this weekend? But because it's on 2 separate paychecks, I can't.
Yeah.
So
that's the other cool thing is I get paid bi-weekly. You get paid every week.
Yeah.
Like, if I take a weekend off, it's whatever. I still have the rest of the week and whatnot to work. Whereas you just, like, I missed out on a day 1 week and a day the next week, and it's all sorts of messed up.
Yep. But, oh well, whatever.
So yeah, just get on that Monday through Friday route. It'll be fine.
Dude, I legitimately think there's only, like, one, and the route where it is awful, so I don't want it. There's another one that has, like, Saturday, or it has Sunday, Monday off. I think it might be like Thursday, Sunday, Monday. But again, the route is absolutely awful, so I don't want it.
I understand that.
Like, the route I'm on is a cakewalk, so, like, I don't want to give it up.
Yeah.
But, like, the days off suck. So, take the good with the bad, I guess.
Or you end up like this week where you just lost a day off because you're working Friday.
Yeah, essentially. But at the same time, because I have 3 days off, I, can still have those 2 days and still make it feel like I had time off this week and I wasn't working 9 days in a row or whatever.
Yeah, I don't have those. If I lose a day off, it's just, the day is just gone. There is no making up for having a day off.
Yep, unfortunately, man.
Oh. So what else are we talking about this week?
Well, let's see. Wasn't there something about Arceus that came out this week?
Oh, the rumor mill about how it's not an open world game, even though they claim to be an open world game.
Let's see. This is an article on Kotaku that is titled "Pokemon Legends Arceus is clearly not going to be open world." It says the Pokemon Diamond and Pearl prequel is less Breath of the Wild and more Pocket Monster Hunter. So let's see what it has to say here. I should also probably send you this article so you can also read along, huh?
I have probably already been through it, but you can go ahead and send it to me.
Well, it's the first one I pulled up, so. Let's see. I haven't actually looked into this at all. I know a couple people were talking about it on Discord yesterday, but again, I was very incapacitated all day yesterday, so, like, I don't know or remember really anything. So let's read through this. Since the first trailer of Pokemon Legends Arceus arrived back in February, the game's vast open areas and rolling green hills have drawn comparison to Breath of the Wild. While the idea of a massive open-world version of the ancient Sinnoh region filled with Pokemon to play with sounds like it would be amazing, Arceus looks to have more in common with Monster Hunter series than The Legend of Zelda. I know we've been calling the game open world since the original announcement. I even called it open world back in August, where the Pokemon Company dropped the first gameplay details. In the same article, I say, though comparisons have been made to Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, it actually sounds like Arceus might be a bit more like a Monster Hunter game. Since then, I've been thinking of Pokemon Legends Arceus as Nintendo's version of Monster Hunter's turn-based RPG spin-off Monster Hunter Stories. Perhaps I should even be more vocal about it, as an article posted yesterday by Game Informer suggests there's still some confusion. So this article sounds like this person's like, hey, I don't think this is going to be right. I've been saying this. And now they're like, hey, now I'm also still saying this.
Yeah, so the big things that brought this back up were shots from one of the last trailers we got for Pokemon Legends Arceus, the ones that contained Cleavor and all that stuff.
Which I actually have not seen. I've seen screenshots of it, but I haven't actually seen the trailer.
You didn't miss a whole lot. The big screenshots that everyone's talking about are the ones of the map area, where there's some spots closed off or shaded or just darkened on the map that are inaccessible until you meet certain requirements. Very much like Monster Hunter-esque kind of things.
I mean, isn't that also how like Grand Theft Auto has done it in the past?
Things like that, yeah. Where they're pseudo open world, they still have a very wide open map. You can do and explore this stuff, but it's going to be more wild area than Breath of the Wild, go and do stuff kind of thing.
Yeah, because Breath of the Wild is literally open world from the minute you start playing, right?
Yeah,
like
as soon as you get through the tutorial, you can run straight to Ganon, fight him, take it on, whatever you want to do. You can go buy your house in whatever town it is and go be a hermit for the rest of your life, or you can go and fight the big four bosses and go fight Ganon and save the world. You could do what I did and go and collect Koroks for 5 hours because you wanted to upgrade all your stash stuff. The choices are yours when it comes to Breath of the Wild. But what they're saying for this Arceus game is essentially you have to meet certain requirements to move on and progress. Very, very Pokemon style stuff, right? You have to have so-and-so or have access to this to access this area, surf, HMs, cut, kind of stuff like that. I believe what it's going to be tied to those noble Pokemon like Cleavor and your ride Pokemon like the Braviary, the Weird Deer, and the Basculegion.
I legitimately forgot we had a Pokemon called Weird Deer now, and I thought you were just calling it a Weird Deer. I'm like, Carl, it has a name. I'm like, oh wait, no, Deer. I'm in the wrong here.
Which I don't even think we ever touched on Cleavor. Cleavor is an evolved form of Scyther that's rock and bug.
Which I don't remember when we had it announced.
It was a while back. It was about a week and a half ago, probably now.
Let's see. It was announced 1 week ago is what the Kotaku article says here. So
yeah.
Yeah, probably could have talked about it last week, but we didn't have an opportunity to because we were talking about our stuff.
Yeah. So Cleavor was really cool. We're not sure how it evolves or why it evolves or any of that because they're hiding everything about this game. But Cleavor looks really cool, and the noble Pokemon is what kind of messes with the whole open world dynamic. It makes me think that, yeah, this game is probably going to be closer to Monster Hunter Stories rather than like Breath of the Wild open world kind of stuff. Which, not saying that's a bad thing. We had this discussion in the Discord too. It's just like, if this game, Pokemon doesn't do open world very well. Like, you think it would because it's wide open areas with Pokemon to find and all that stuff. But it's just like, if you think about it, how far you'd have to, like, Pokemon games have you travel in general. You'll spend 90% of the game walking.
Mm-hmm.
You already spend a good chunk of the game walking in the RPG form. Imagine the open world one where, like, you're just traveling from place to place. And then you have to magically unlock your fast travel because that's how Pokemon works.
Yeah, they don't just
they just don't give it to you. Like in The Witcher, where you can just fast travel at any post, like to a new post, and just like do that whole town by town travel. You have to probably unlock Fly or get access to this Braviary that can travel you across the globe and things like that. It's just weird thinking of Pokemon as open world, and then you sit down and actually think about how much traveling there is in Pokemon games and how that would not be fun gameplay.
Yep.
Like,
but whatever.
Traveling from town to town, you run into a couple wild Pokemon here and there, and that's fine. Go to open world travel there to there, and if the towns are fairly far apart, all you're going to be doing is just running into Zubat and whatever at night, constantly.
See, I'm looking here, and this article is talking about having Cleavor released in Pokemon Go, which honestly probably could be, if I was to guess, probably sometime around when this game actually comes out. They'll be like, hey, here's all the new Pokemon, they're in raids, go have fun.
Yeah, I could see that.
What's interesting is evidently the TCG is releasing an Arceus themed set in January in Japan called Star Birth. If I was a betting man,
I bet you this coincides with the game.
I would be very surprised if that's not the case. And as a result, I anticipate getting our first ever Cleavor card then as well.
That'd be cool. Basculegion, Cleavor, and Weirdbeer are just going to be, here's these cards for TCG. VGC, you're not going to get it till like March or April of this year. But, oh, that'd be so cool. Just like, here's all the Pokemon Legends Arceus stuff right when we open events back up in April. Oh, that'd be so cool.
Trying to think. I was going to look something up. It was TCG Release Schedule.
Fusion Strike is the next actual set, right?
Well, we have Celebrations comes out tomorrow.
Which, by the time this comes up, it'll already be out. Yeah.
Which, I'm excited for that set. I'm not sure, like, it's a extremely small set when you actually look at it. New cards, there's only 25, but they also have, I think, 25 or 30 reprints in it as well that are just old cards.
Mm-hmm.
But all the old cards are not legal. And they also have, like, box sets for different gimmicks they've had in the past for the Pokemon game as well. So, you've had Delta Species, you've had Level X, you've had Primes, you've had Gold Stars. Like, these are all versions of cards that you have seen in the past for some gimmick or other. And so they're releasing a new version of each of them with the caveat that they're not legal in any format. So, like, cool. They're collector pieces.
I mean, that's kind of what I would expect from this set to begin with, honestly. It's a bunch of collector items.
And, like, looking at the set, that's basically all it is anyway. If you go and look at, like, TCG Player and look at, like, the pre-order prices for these cards, the cards that are in it are extremely low. The reprints, though, are some of the most sought-after cards. You have your base set Charizard, you have your Gold Star Umbreon. Like, these are cards that are, in their first printing, extrememely expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But because of this reprint, are probably still overinflated, to be 100% honest. Like, I think the Umbreon is currently, like, $200. And I don't see that sticking. The other side of this is, like, this set has, instead of the 10 or 11 card packs that normal Pokemon packs are, because the set is so small, there's 4 card packs. So because there's only 25 cards in the set, you open the same stuff over and over and over again.
Yeah.
So, like, your packs are not very varied. But
are they still the same price as a regular pack, though?
You can't buy individual packs.
Okay.
They're only available in the box sets or in Elite Trainer boxes.
Well, you could determine the price per pack that way.
I have no idea how much the Elite Trainer box costs.
Okay.
Because, so the Elite Trainer box has 10 of the Celebrations packs and 5 standard legal packs as well.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, like, your sleeves, there's a Gold Star Greninja in it, which, again, is not playable in any format. And a couple other things, like sleeves, dice, counters, all that stuff.
Okay.
And I have no idea how much they are. But if I was a betting man, come a year and a half from now, 2 years, this set's probably going to be pretty expensive.
Yeah.
Just because it is a pretty limited print run. But at the same time, there's 100 different products for this set. So, like, I really don't know how to price anything because I don't know, you know? So, let's see. I know we got TCG online. They announced a new trading card game platform.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like where they're going towards in the future. It's like Magic Online going to MTG Arena, but the new client's actually good and not a buggy, broken heck of a mess.
Yeah, for sure. Because I don't remember much about it. Like, I know this was announced like a month ago, but I don't remember. I don't know what to look up to find it, you know?
The big thing is there's just like it's just revamped. It's all it is. It's just a revamped system.
I just want to know when it comes out.
They didn't have an announcement yet for it.
Let's see. This is from September 20th. The new app brings Pokemon TCG action everywhere. Show me a date.
I don't think they have one yet, bud.
Oh, it's being made by Direwolf Digital.
Yeah.
I actually didn't know that.
Well, now you do.
I actually didn't know that they made the current platform for it either.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually really interesting because I know like Direwolf has had like their hands in a handful of like pretty successful games.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know if there's an actual release date for it yet, though.
I don't see one.
Like they just it's kind of just like how they treat things anyways. It's like Pokemon always tells you, hey, this is something that's coming down the pipeline. We can't tell you an exact date yet because we're still working on it. But hey, here it is. So like, it's more just to generate hype than anything else.
One of the things that I'm concerned about is like I have this stack of code cards here on my desk. And I don't know if I need to enter them now or if I need to hold on to them because I don't know how obtaining cards in the new format's going to be or anything else.
Well, so I would just hold on to them either way. It's like either way, they'll still work on the old system. They don't think they said they're getting rid of the old system.
They are.
They are?
Yeah, they are.
Then your code cards will just work on the new system.
But, like, how old are they going to go on them? That's the other thing. So, I don't know.
Probably a while back.
Yeah,
probably going a ways back.
I'm going to hold them. But Tiff has been very antsy about opening stuff online because, you know, we haven't opened the stuff a ton here in paper lately. I'm just like, no, let's not do that because I want to save these for when the new platform comes out.
Yeah, save it for when all the new stuff happens. Probably next year, I would assume.
Sometime maybe.
I would assume probably like summer next year. A lot of the groundwork's already there. It's just implementing the cards and putting them into the system, and that's always the hardest part because it's a lot of database work, it's a lot of reference work and things like that, so it's a lot of going back and forth all the time.
Well, I've also heard for the new system that they're gonna have like I mean I could be talking out of my ass about this, but I thought I read somewhere that they were going to be making it so you had like it's locked for like once you hit your 4 copies of a card you don't open anymore, which if that's true, that's huge. That would be amazing.
That's because they're getting rid of trading.
Which if that's true, then I'm all for it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Sure, whatever.
As long as I can play on the account every once in a while, I'll be fine.
Yeah, like, as long as I can load it up and be able to put all these codes in and be able to... Like that's what I was telling Tiff, is, like, you know, we have the online client, and, like, we just open stuff on it. And then, like, oh, hey, we can turn around and trade this for 16 more packs. Sure, let's do it. Because I don't play. But,
Yeah.
If I have access to being able to play everything, because stuff is, trading is locked, but I still am able to open what I need, then why wouldn't I?
I know there's talk about it supposed to being able to transfer your old account to the new client and things like that, and it takes everything with it. So, I know that was talked about a little bit.
But when I put in booster packs or whatever, and I opened 17 Odyshes from 12 packs. Obviously, that's an exaggeration, but I can't.
You got your reverse holo, you got your secret rare, you got your regular.
My
holo.
secret rare common. Yes, you figured me out.
Yep, all of those. That's how you get 17 and 12 packs.
So I'm looking here, and this is the Pokemon TCG Online Sunset information. Let's see. Fans will continue to have access to the Pokemon TCG Online until the app is removed from the App Store, Google Play, and Pokemon.com. We have more details coming soon. How do I transfer my Pokemon TCG Online account to Pokemon TCG Live? The TCG Online and TCG Live both use the same Pokemon Trainer Club account service for login. Logging into Pokemon TCG Live for the first time, any Pokemon TCG Online collection data associated with the Pokemon Trainer Club account will automatically be transferred into Pokemon TCG Live. During the mobile and PC Mac testing period, players who migrate their Pokemon TCG Online data to Pokemon TCG Live will no longer be able to log into the Pokemon TCG Online.
Well, there's your answer to your question then about your code cards. If you put them all in on online, you could transfer them all over to whatever.
Okay, Pokemon TCG Online players will not be able to transfer the following content to Pokemon TCG Live. Pokemon TCG cards from the Heart Gold Soul Silver series, avatar items, unopened product and bundles, certain coins, card sleeves, and deck boxes, in-game currency, saved deck lists, which is like whatever. While unopened product and bundles are not transferable, players will receive a number of crystals in Pokemon TCG Live that is proportionate to the number of their unopened items. Crystals can be redeemed for booster packs, promo cards, and special bundles in the TCG Live in-game shop.
So what you do is you scan all your code cards and you don't open anything. Because then you get
crystals. No, I don't think that's even accurate. Because I think it's just based on how many you have in your account. Because here it says 1 to 9 unopened items, you receive 250 crystals. Up to 24, you get 550. Up to 50, you get 1100. Up to 124, you get 2350. And anything higher than that, you get 6200. So that means I'm just gonna hold them. That's way too complicated for me to have to deal with, and I'm just gonna hold them.
The TLDR is either you scan them in online, open them now, and all your contents go with you to the new game, or you scan them online, don't open them, and get gems when you do transfer over later on.
Oh, this is interesting. The Pokemon TCG Online will be sunsetted prior to the launch of Pokemon TCG Live, so that saved content in players' Pokemon TCG Online accounts can be migrated to the TCG Live, helping to ensure a more seamless transition. So it's actually not going to be like seamless. It's not going to be one goes up, the other goes down. There's actually going to be a period where there's nothing online.
Yeah.
Which I did not realize. That's interesting.
Yeah, it's going to take them a little bit to transfer all that stuff over, because I am sure some people's collections are massive.
Oh, I'm sure. If you look at my LGS owners who have been playing online since the Heart Gold Soul Silver era, I mean, dude, they have anything you can possibly think of, because that's how Bob, the owner, that's how he tests.
Yeah.
He can play anything because he has access to everything.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm going to hold on to my stack of cards until this new one comes out, but we don't have a release date yet, so it's probably just going to keep growing.
Especially if we just keep buying product. It'll be fine.
Look, I don't have a problem. You have a problem.
I said we.
I know. I'm putting it all on you. I don't want to be a
I barely buy product. It's you who have the problem.
I actually don't. It's mainly Tiff.
Yeah, I'd say it's Tiff who has an actual problem.
But it is what it is. I'm fine with it.
Anything else you want to talk about before we walk out the door here?
So we finally got Series 11 rules.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you've seen this.
Barely. I heard about it more than I saw it.
Yeah, I'm actually pulling up the actual article now. I heard it was released on Home.
Yeah,
and
it was like
understanding.
It was like a super late
literally
release.
Yeah. From my understanding, it is literally Series 9.
Series 8.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that one.
What the rumor was is true. It is Series 8. Unfortunate that we don't get any of our wishes granted here for cool formats, but it is what it is at this point. Like, if you think about it in the long run, we're going into IRL events again in beginning of 2022. This ends end of January. So if they are really fast on home integration and have it set up, we can play with all the Pokemon from Pokemon Legends Arceus at IRL events in February.
Which we don't know officially when, like,
we have no
IRL events are starting. We just know 2022.
Yeah, we have no actual clue.
I've seen over the last couple days that the Dallas Regionals, like, official VGC
account, they're active again.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of stuff from them, so I don't know, like, if they have a date and they're just waiting to announce it, or what the plan is.
So when do you lose your vacation days?
The end of the year.
Okay, so I'm assuming you'll get them new ones at the beginning of the year.
Correct.
Okay, so if Dallas comes up and ends up happening to be like somewhere at a decent time span where we can do this, are we making a trip to Dallas?
You know, it's actually funny is Tiff wants to go to Texas next year anyway, because her brother lives down there. So, like, two birds, one stone.
Yeah.
The downside is the way my vacation is set up.
You never get it. It's weird because your weeks are weird.
I'm Sunday through Saturday, so it doesn't quite line up to where I can have my vacation. I don't know how that actually works. If I can,
you would lose a day on each paycheck, essentially.
Yeah, but, like, I don't know if I can use a personal day before my vacation.
I don't know how your union works, so
I honestly don't either. I feel like that's something I probably should know, but I don't. But yeah, you know, whatever.
So we'll come back to Dallas in a little bit and probably talk about that in a future episode, because we're itching to go back and play in IRL events again. That's all. I want to
meet people in real life, man.
Yeah, I mean that's all the fun parts. Like, that's all the great stuff.
Especially like if we can get down to Dallas and actually get to meet all the ATX people.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
IRL too. That'd be really awesome. I'd be really excited to go and meet them, and, you know, just literally anybody.
Yeah,
you know, we've been online for, you know, a year and a half at this point, and
we are approaching 2 years actually.
Yeah, very, very quickly here in March.
Yep.
So, you know, it's just like, it's crazy to know that I've been talking to these people for dang near 2 years now, and I've never seen them in real life.
Yeah.
So, like, granted, you and I have the privilege of, you know, literally knowing each other and living close enough that we can actually make an effort to see each other once a week. But
yeah. And I mean, they all know each other too, and kind of have that friend circle and can see each other like every once in a while. But it'd be nice to actually go down and meet all of them in person,
for sure,
actually introduced and all that stuff.
So,
but enough with reminiscing. We need to talk actually about thoughts on Series 8 being the next format.
Does it just seem extremely lazy?
I mean, I thought it was extremely lazy way back when we were doing Series 7, 9, whatever nonsense. I thought it was lazy back then. This is at least like somewhat interesting still, because it's like got the Dynamax factors and whatnot, so it's kind of cool, kind of not, because Colossal and Venusaur are gross. I think the games are going to be faster, which is backwards from what you'd think about in Series 10, because Series 10, the games are either over in 4 turns or are long, drawn-out battles.
I want to say this now. Series 6 was the last unique format. Everything since then has just been what people have kind of expected to have happen. Obviously, going from 5 to 6 was a huge difference, and going in from 6 to 7, people anticipated the Pokemon coming in from the Crown Tundra to then be playable, because obviously.
Yeah, obvious.
So it made sense from 7 to 8 that we were going to then have a restricted format so people could play with all these restricteds that they've had for, 3 months or whatever to acquire and do whatever they want with, to then actually get to play with. But then going from 8 to 9 felt lazy then.
Yep.
And 9 to 10 I actually think was a good change of pace, but it still felt very weird seeing how they're taking away the whole gimmick of their game overnight, basically.
Yeah.
So it's really weird to me that they're just like, oh, hey, by the way, you can have your gimmick back now.
I think it was all just kind of just like, here, we're going to experiment a little bit, and Series 10 was their experiment. They wanted to get an idea of how balanced are these Sword and Shield Pokemon in a non-Dynamax format, getting ready for Generation 9 and things like that. We essentially were their test subjects. We were their dummies. We're running around with the Zacian, with the Rillaboom, and all that stuff that's tuned to Dynamax formats, but Gen 9's not going to have Dynamax, most likely.
As of now, we don't know, but I hope not.
I would be very surprised if they carry on the same gimmick for another game, but not bring any other gimmick back, So it'll either likely be a new gimmick or no gimmick, and these Gen 8 Pokemon are still going to have to be in the format. They're still going to be around, and they're still going to be used. Heck, Zacian and Zamazenta are coming to Pokemon Go. That means everyone's going to have access to them on Go to home, and then from home you can just transfer them into whatever game you want, because that's usually how Pokemon works. Unless they do another Dexit and just not allow these Gen 8 Pokemon into the game, which would seem completely and utterly weird.
So the big thing I have now is where do we go from here?
Here we get ready for IRL events again. We start getting into a more solidified format and getting ready for Gen 9 in a year and a half.
But the weird thing is depending on how soon IRL events start firing back up at the first of the year, there's a non-zero chance that this is the first format we see again.
Which wouldn't be terrible, honestly. This, like we mentioned in last week, this is the format that has all the hype for commentating and big battles and shows and whatnot. And this would be a great format to get back into IRL events on and start showing off stuff again. But as for just ladder play, this format sucks. Plain and simple, this format's terrible because the games are so fast and usually so one-sided, because there's usually a Colossal or a Regigigas. That's a name we haven't heard in a very, very, very long time. That thing takes over games like crazy. Venusaur is another big offender of just I'm a Dynamax Pokemon that takes over the game. I don't care what you're doing. I'm going to set up my Vine Lash and tick, tick, tick away at you, and you can't, even if you stalled out the Dynamax, you lose 2 Pokemon essentially. So it's just this is a terrible ladder format, but it's a great IRL event format. Does that make sense?
I've said it once and I'll say it again. I wish we had a best of 3 ladder.
They will never give us a best of 3
I know,
ladder.
and man, do I wish we had it.
A best of 3 ladder would just have all sorts of issues. People disconnect in best of 1s, man.
I know, man. I've had it happen this week.
Even if you implement best of 3, people are just going to leave after they lose the first game.
Yep.
I'm down a game. My team can't do well. Bye. Kicks everybody off the ladder.
Even on Showdown, I wish there was a best of 3 ladder, but
Showdown is its own beast. It's designed for something different, and you could play best of 3 formats in it. You just set up the same game twice, and then if you have to do a third one, you set up another one. It's just whatever. But best of 3 ladder isn't a thing.
Yeah.
Putting laddering and best of 3 in the same sentence never happens. Those usually aren't a thing that go hand in hand. The whole idea of a ladder system is to see how well you do in a single game environment, and whereas a best of 3 is better for Swiss rounds and double elimination and round robin and things like that.
Yep, and that's just the world we live in.
Yep. Overall, I'm kind of disappointed we didn't get something new. I'm kind of happy that it is just Series 8 though, and not like Series 7 Part 3. We could have come out much worse than we actually are.
I really wish we had Series 6. I really do wish we went to a ban list format again.
Well, what do you ban?
First off, get rid of the restricteds. Go back to your Series 7/9, however you want to think about it. And then just ban the top X mons from those formats. Because if you look at it, we have data on those formats still.
We have data on those formats still, but I can tell you for a fact the top 10 from Series 7 don't match the top 10 from Series 9.
That's true.
These formats like Series 7, Series 9, they evolve over time because there's a bunch of different Pokemon in the format that can play this rock, paper, scissors game. Whereas when we went from Series 5 to Series 6, our format was super limited. We had just the 400 whatever on the game, and then the little bit that Isle of Armor gave us. And that was it. And when they went into do the ban pick and ban format system, it was, let's take out the top 10 from singles and doubles, and that'll be fine. And there wasn't a whole lot of overlap between them. So it got rid of 18 Pokemon, 19 if you count the extra Indeedee form. And it was significant. It was kind of cool. Whereas now in these 7 and 9, a lot of the singles Pokemon overlap with the double stuff. So you probably only are getting maybe 12 Pokemon total top.
Sure. That's more than what we have now.
Well, that's not a useful ban list. That's
true.
That's 2% of the entire format now. And that's just not a useful ban list. You'd have to take out the top 15 of each format, both singles and doubles, to have a decent ban list to play with for a new series like that.
I wonder, does Smogon have data for singles?
Probably. Hiding somewhere, maybe. I don't know.
Where might one find that?
Somewhere on the internet, and I don't know if we have time to dig for that.
I'm already over it.
Okay.
It would be interesting to see how unique the top percentage of the top usage per format is, but I don't actually no. Pikalytics has it. I don't know.
Pikalytics should have singles.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know if they
singles.
do. I'll be honest with you. Not very many people play singles at all. It's kind of just what singles with the whole issues with the timer thing. Singles is just a nightmare.
Huh. Zapdos is the most played mon in singles.
Which one?
Kanto.
Neat.
Then
not surprised.
Landorus, Ditto, Rillaboom, Dark Urshifu.
I'm not surprised by any of these yet.
P2, Feeny, Dracovish, Tyranitar.
Tyranitar's kind of cool.
Eternatus at 11 is really interesting.
I'm not surprised by that one, actually. When you only have to worry about
Ferrothorn.
one Pokemon attacking you, like,
That's very true.
the game's just easy mode for these restricted Pokemon. It's just easy mode.
Ferrothorn, Cali Shadow, Volcarona, Darmanitan.
Like, Galarian or Fire?
Galarian.
I'm not surprised by that either.
Garchomp, Quagsire, Hippowdon, Cinderace. And there's your top 20.
Cool.
So yeah, I mean, there's a handful of unique mons there. Especially when you compare it to singles. If you get, like, top 30, there's some real weird stuff.
Well, yeah.
Chansey is number 29.
Not surprised by that either.
Mimikyu, Aegislash. Yeah, there's some cool stuff here.
Well, neat.
But, alright. Oh.
Is there anything else?
Yep. Not really.
I'm tired.
I don't want to hear it, man. I'm exhausted. I haven't even done anything.
Oh. Does that mean we're done? Are we ready to get out of here?
I think so, man. I got a little bit of stuff I need to work on. I got some stuff I got to go record. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I think that's everything. So,
okay, get us out of here.
As always, make sure you like, comment, subscribe if you're listening on YouTube. If you're not, you're missing out on all the fantastic content we have over there, so make sure you go check it out. And
we have to mention that if you're watching on Spotify, go check out YouTube. All of our other content's on there. I signed us up for that video program for Spotify.
Oh, okay. When does that start?
I don't know. They said
Cool.
It's supposed to be mid-October. So
Which
we're in
might be
mid-October.
this week.
I signed us up because they sent me an email today, and I'm just like, I'll just fill the form out. If we get accepted, cool. We already do the video format anyway, so so it works out.
So yeah, that's cool. I have no idea when that officially starts, but
We'll find out.
We'll figure it out when it happens.
Yep.
Let's see. So YouTube stuff.
Yep.
Twitter. You can find us at LR Lessons. Myself at Mr. Missouri 25. Carl is at Musical VGC. Carl and I are both on Twitch as well. You can find us there at Mr. Missouri 25 and at Musical. Drop us a follow there if you really like what you want. If you really like what you hear, you can always drop us a sub over there as well. That is one of the best ways to support the show right now. We have support on Anchor as well. So if you're listening on any of the audio versions, that's all through Anchor. Go check us out there. That link's down in the show notes?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Let's see. Check out our community Discord. That's where you're able to plan all of our events. That's where you can hang out with Carl and myself and everyone else in our wonderful community. And yeah.
I think football's currently the big thing on the Discord.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, we have a game tonight here in a couple hours.
Oh yeah, there's
I'll be
Thursday
asleep.
night football. Yeah, you'll be asleep. I don't remember who's playing.
I think it's pretty boring if I remember correctly.
Well, cool. Then I won't care.
I mean, I'll probably still have it on and fall asleep watching it, but yeah.
I know there's a London game this weekend. It starts at like 9:30.
Correct.
Yeah,
there is.
Like, I'll have football on while I'm opening on Sunday. It'll be great. It's
Let's
Jets
see.
and Falcons. It's nothing interesting at all.
Tonight is Rams Seahawks. I lied.
Oh.
Tonight's game is actually really interesting.
That's actually a really good game. Okay, well, I might go watch that one.
I am projected once again to lose in fantasy. I have been projected to lose like 3 weeks in a row, and I am currently 3-1.
Get him.
To be fair, the guy I beat last week was the reigning Super Bowl champion, and the guy I'm playing this week is 0-4 and was second place last season. So
Beat him up. Just keep beating him up. It's fine.
That's the plan.
Twitter, Twitch, Discord, YouTube, website.
Yes, you can find us at lrlessons.com. That's where we have all kinds of stuff up. If you're interested in writing for us, by all means, please reach out to Carl or myself. We are always looking for aspiring writers and anything else that you might be interested in putting up on the website as well. So,
yep.
I think that's officially everything.
I think that's it.
Okay. That is going to be it, everyone. Thank you so much for watching, and we will be back tomorrow with some laddering, and Wednesday with a deep dive, and all that good stuff. So, we will see you then, and have a good one, everyone. Peace.